So as you know, this is my mystery card event. So something a bit different that I haven't done before, but it sounded like a lot of fun, so I thought we'd give it a go. So the point of this is that if you've already received my emails about this, that you use all your own supplies and I just give you the instructions to put your supplies together. So that means at the end of the video, at the end of the class, all our cards will look different, and that's what the mystery is. Hi Pam, hi Karen, hi, I presume that's Marilyn and not Tony. Hi Sue, and yeah, thanks for joining me. Alrighty, so so far I think all of you who are watching have already received the first clue, but I've got it here for you in case you need a refresher or in case anyone jumps on who is just joining without receiving the clues in the email. So these are the supplies that you'll need for today. We're going to be using designer series paper. So if you don't know what that is, that's just patterned paper. And I've given you instructions there, the size to cut it. 7.5 centimetres high and 9.5 centimetres wide. So that's the piece I'll be using today. Okay, and then you've got your card base, which can be any colour you like, but I have chosen this colour, which is Pretty Peacock, because that matches my designer series paper. But you can use white if you don't have lots of colours. Yes, hi Marilyn. Okay, so that your standard card base in Australia is half an A4 sheet of cardstock. So if anyone's joined me that isn't familiar with that, you'll have your A4 piece of cardstock, and you can either cut it in half that way, or I have cut it in half this way, which has given me a piece that size. I've scored it in the middle, which for this size card is 10.5 centimetres, and there's our card base. Okay, so we've got our card bases. So now we're going to put a mat on top of that, and what I just mean by that is just another layer of cardstock. So I've given you instructions there, what size to cut your card mat. So it's just a little bit smaller than your card base, 13.9 centimetres by 9.5. So if you can choose to leave that plain, or you can choose to emboss it. I'm actually going to emboss mine this morning. Hi Narelle, thanks for coming in. Sorry if I nice to hear me. Excellent. Thanks, Christine. Sorry if I miss anyone. I find it really hard to read comments and concentrate on what I'm doing at the same time. So I apologise in advance if I miss anyone, but I'll be able to catch up with all your comments and things after the video. And if there's any questions, put them in the comments. If I don't see them, I'll get to them at the end. Yeah, and feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Good on you, Christine. All right, so moving on. You'll need a piece of cardstock to stamp your sentiment, your greeting, if you're going to have a greeting. I know there might be one lady joining me. Alice, I don't think you're here yet, but if you are, give me a hi in the comments. And I'm pretty sure Alice wasn't going to be putting a sentiment on her card, so you won't need to worry about a sentiment piece, Alice. And obviously, if you are going to have a sentiment, you need to pick a greeting. So you've got your stamp set there, hopefully, and your ink pad colour that you've chosen, and any embellishments that you might want to use. All right, so let's get on to the next clue. Okay, so first of all, if you've decided to emboss your card matte piece, we're going to do that now, and then we're going to glue it to our card base. So if you're not going to emboss it, just glue that down now. I'm actually going to go and run and emboss mine. So chat amongst yourselves, and I'll be back in a tick. Okie doke. The reason I'm doing this, I haven't pre-prepared this, is because I wanted us to be crafting together. So some things obviously we've cut up and got ready to go, but other things I wanted to give you time to do in the video so that I didn't want to rush anyone too much. All right, so here is my embossed piece. I've used the layered leaves embossing folder for that. So we're going to glue our designer series paper to our card mat. So you can do that now. I gave you a wrong instruction there before. We're not sticking that down to the card base yet. So put your card base to one side. We're actually going to stick our designer series paper down first. So I've decided to put another colour under my designer series paper. That was just a personal choice. You obviously don't have to do that. And I have made another one, which I didn't do that, so I'll show you that at the end. Alrighty, and I'm going to use Tombow liquid glue for that. That's my go-to glue for card making. I'm just going to line that up. And yes, I'm going to stick my piece on crooked, and that's probably going to really annoy some of you. But that's what I want to do. All right. Let's put a bit of glue on the back of that. And I think you all know why I love Tombow glue, because it gives you that wiggle room because it doesn't dry straight away. So I need to see, I can still move that around. That's going to go about there. Okay, so that's that one down, and then my designer series paper is going to go on top of that. Now, if you're watching and you're not used to using Tombow liquid glue, just remember, just bear in mind that a little bit goes a really, really, really long way, and you don't want to put it too close to the edges because it will all ooze out. Okay, so that's why I've just put it in the middle there. I'm just going to move those out of the way too for the moment. Okay, so have we all done that? Give me a thumbs up or a too speedy. Oh, very good, Christine. All right. So, how are we going? Hi, Royal. Nice to see you. So that's what mine looks like so far. Okay. Are we all okay? I've got some thumbs up there. You're all ready to move on. And of course, with Facebook Lives, you can always watch the replay. So if I do go a bit too quick for anyone, you can always have a look at it again later. Okay, clue number 3. We need to get our sentiment piece and stamp our greeting. So I've said to cut your sentiment piece to fit the stamp that you've chosen, but you might prefer to stamp first and then cut later. It kind of depends, just what you prefer. If you've got any punches or dies, you might choose to cut out a shape to fit your sentiment, or just use your paper trimmer or your scissors to cut it to what size you want. So that is my piece. I'm going to stamp that now. And I'm going to use Pretty Peacock to stamp my greeting. And the greeting I'm using is Thinking of You with All My Heart. And that is from the Peaceful Moments stamp set. That's one of the ones that goes with comes in a bundle with the poppies out of the mini catalogue. So yeah, I'm using this one. Okay. Okay. I'm done there. How are you going? You all getting your greetings done? My Pretty Peacock ink pad is extremely juicy, so I just want to make sure that's nice and dry. Okay. Now you've got to decide where you're going to put your sentiment on your card. I like mine about there. And you can choose to glue it down flat if you prefer. Or you can pop it up with some foam dimensionals. Or if you've chosen some twine or ribbon or anything like that, you might choose to wrap that around your this piece before you stick your greeting on. So work out what you want to do. I am going to do that. I'm not actually wrapping it round, but I'm going to use a piece of this scalloped lace trim, and I'm going to glue that down underneath my sentiment. So I'm doing this at an angle, sorry, because I'm standing up to one side of where the camera is, where my phone is. And I'm going to put that about there. So I'm going to get some glue dots and stick my ribbon down with that. Is anyone putting any twine or ribbon on? Oh, hi Liz, thanks for coming in. Nice to see you on the screen, kind of. I was going to do this class via Zoom, but so that we could actually see each other and talk to each other. But with the free Zoom, you've only got a 40-minute time frame, and then you get cut off. And I had no idea how long this was going to take, so I didn't want to run the risk. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll trim my that lace off in a minute, but I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals on top of the lace. I'm a bit of a dimensional junkie. Lots of people wouldn't use this many, but I'm a bit of a glue and dimensional junkie. So I'm going to stick that down there. And I'm going to get my scissors and just cut that off a bit. That's probably about... How's that looking, gals? Okay. So our next clue, which I've already told you to do one of them, is to put your ribbon or twine on if you've got some. But you might choose to stick it on top anyway, so on, somewhere underneath your greeting. And now we're going to put all that on the card base and we will be done. And then we will add our bling. So that's your next step. Glue to your card base. I'm going to pop mine up with dimensionals and then I'm going to add some bling. Okay. Now, when I put dimensionals on a large piece like a card mat, I don't put them right in the corner because they're still going to hold the corners up, and that way you'll get more lift further in towards the card, which you actually need as well. Again, some people may not use this many. I just really like making sure, particularly that the centre of my card's not going to squish down and go flat. Get all your backs off your dimensionals. How are we going? Is everyone, am I going too fast? I probably am. Because this is the first time I've done it, I'm probably talking a bit too fast. And all right. Line that up. And that looks pretty good. Down she goes. I like to flip it over the other side and give it a bit of give the backs of the dimensionals a bit of a rub too. Make sure they're nicely stuck down. And there it is. What do you think? Still on your sentiment, Christine, no worries. Hi, Catherine. Thanks for popping in. No worries. All right. I'm going to show you the first one of these that I made when I decided to do this mystery card thingy. The card I made is sitting here somewhere. There it is. Okay. So this was the first one I made. So a bit simpler with the greeting stuck down flat, and I added some of the braided linen trim to that. The thing I love about the braided linen trim is if you want to, you can pull the ends, pull it apart and make it look a bit more netty or ropey. Gives it a bit more of a, casual look. And for both of these cards, I actually used my Designer Series papers. Is actually some of the Memories and More cards from the Tropical Oasis Memories and More card pack. So that one is in the mini catalogue, and I just love that. Both the cards that I used, I only had to trim them down a tiny little bit because I'll show you, they're pretty close to that size. And you get lots of different designs, and the colours in this tropical one particularly are just gorgeous. It doesn't come in these clear cases. I just like to put them in these for storage. But you get lots of those smaller sized ones. Lots of those. And then you get some stickers, quite a few sheets of stickers, two different types there, but a couple of sheets of each. And then you get the full size cards, which are just, the colours and the patterns are just beautiful, and they're all double-sided, so you can either use them for your card making or you can use them for your memory keeping, which is why they're called Memories and More, so that you can use them in your pocket page what's her names, albums. Really cute, just really, really cute. Okay, so that's just a few of them there. And they're really good value. So they're on page, I don't know if you can see that, make sure I hold that back far enough. On page 39 of your mini catalogue, if you've got one. If not, you'll just find them in my online shop anyway. And this is the whole Tropical Oasis suite. So the Memories and More card pack is just one of the things in that suite. So there it is there. It's only $19.25 a pack, and you get 50 cards. They're all double-sided, 4 sticker sheets, yes, and the card sizes are 3-inch by 4-inch, and the larger ones are 4-inch by 6-inch. Yeah, so that's what I use today. And as you can see, there's the larger pattern papers there. And there's some gorgeous little trinkets and a really nice embossing folder. Lots of things there. Alrighty. I'll just put those back over there. So yeah, that's what I use for both of them. Okay, I haven't added any bling yet. Will I add some bling? For this one, the bling on this one, I actually used the clear, the frosted and clear epoxy droplets. So these are the frosted ones. They come in a pack like this. I can't remember how many sheets of them you get, but these are the frosted ones. And all I did for this card was I coloured them with my Stampin' Blends. So I used, pretty sure it was Bermuda Bay, because that colour coordinated with the colours on that that piece of patterned card there. So I coloured them with my Stampin' Blends. But for this one, I think I'll use the same thing, but I'm going to leave them clear, I think, because my background's so dark. I think I will put a large one down here somewhere. And I know a lot of you who are watching already know this. The rule of what is it? Threes or unevens or something in design. So I usually use either 3 or 1. Very, very occasionally I'll go up to 5. But the other good thing to know is to put them in a triangular pattern. It doesn't matter how obscure the triangle is. It doesn't have to be a perfect equilateral triangle. But that's what is most pleasing to the eye. So there you go. What do you think, lovelies? Hi, Shannon. Oh, hi, Jess. Catherine has said Jess is watching too. Lovely that you could both join me. And how are we all going with being at home more often and isolating? Are we all doing okay? Are any of you working from home? Are any of you having to work from home? Or who's still going out to work because you're an essential service? Shannon says, just finished some work emails, so happy to come and watch on my break. Lovely. I'm glad you could, Shannon. I hope you're all coping. I hope that if you're not going out to work still and you're spending more time at home, that you're doing things that you really enjoy doing to look after your mental health. Yes, Royal, I agree. Thank goodness. I do thank God for craft. I'm very thankful that we have a creative hobby. I really do believe that whatever your creative hobby is, that anything creative is apparently has been shown to be really good for our brains and for our mental health. Catherine likes being at home with the kids. That's great. Are the kids coping all right with that, Catherine? Pam's catching up on some UFOs. Good on you. Yep, I've got a few of those that I've been working on too. And Michelle's enjoying having hubby at home. That's awesome. My hubby's an essential worker, so he's still going out to work. That's good. So nothing's actually changed much for us, apart from the sad fact that we can't see our family. But we catch up on FaceTime or Zoom or things like that. It's not the same as giving them a hug, but it's better than not seeing them at all. I've got my mum lives quite a distance away, about 4.5 hours away. So it's been a long time since I've seen her. So that's really hard. But she is well, and she's being looked after in the retirement village where she lives. So that is a good thing, and I'm very grateful for that. Yes, but for hubby and I, yeah, not much has changed. I'm apart from not being able to do classes face to face, I'm just keep working on everything at home, and hopefully I'll be able to do more Facebook Lives and things like that. I'll from time to time I will still do a Zoom, but more for social stuff. We can craft together while we're Zooming, if you like, but I think I might just keep the Zoom for social stuff. Would be really good. Before we finish up, I want to remind everyone that both of these, where are you? There we go. Both of these catalogues are retiring at the end of May, 2nd of June officially. But the retiring list of products, so anything from these catalogues that will not carry over to the new catalogue, that list will be coming out in a few days, the 23rd of April. So you'll be able to see what's not carrying over, and if there's anything any colours or anything that you want to stock up on that won't be available after the 2nd of June. I actually have been recommending that people are already doing that, because there will be a bunch of in colours retiring, the 2018 to 2020 colours, which are Grapefruit Grove, Lovely Lipstick, Call Me Clover, Blueberry Bushel and Pineapple Punch. They will all be retiring, and you can guarantee that once the retiring list comes out, anything in those colours will just disappear. They'll sell out, and then that'll be the finish of them. So I've been advising people to, if you love some of those colours, stock up on your card stock, your ink refills, any of the embellishments that are in those colours. Do that now before the retiring list comes out. Anyway, so that's when I will post the retiring list online. Sorry, I didn't mean to shake the camera there. But you'll also see it in my online shop. And that's actually the best place to keep checking it, because as things sell out, the online shop is kept updated with that, whereas the actual list that's published is usually only published once. So that is that. And then the new annual catalogue will start on the 3rd of June. And as a demonstrator, I get to see that early. So when the retiring list comes out in a few days on the 23rd, that's when we get our first look at the the new catalogue. So I'm really looking forward to that. And we can start ordering from it as well. So I think that's all I wanted to remind you about. Oh, yes, one more thing. Don't forget that if you are going to order anything in April, to use my April host code. And if you don't know what that is, I will try and put it in the description of this video. I don't know how to do that, but I'll see if I can. But if not, it's pinned to the top of my Stampin' with Linny page. It's on a pinned post. It's also in all my newsletters if you're on my newsletter list. If you're not on my newsletter list and you'd like to be, just send me a message, or you can sign up through my Facebook page as well. And because for April, this will be the last month that I'm offering a free adhesive pack for any minimum $100 order that uses the host code. So an online order with the host code, I will send you a free adhesive pack. And this is the second month that I've been doing that, and that'll finish this month. Now, don't think that if you don't have a $100 order, still use the host code, because what happens at the end of the month, any orders using that host code, it groups them all together. So just say at the start of the month you had a $20 order or a $50 order, and you put that in using the host code, and then you get later on in the month and you think, oh no, I've run out of something, or I forgot to order something, and you put in another order with the host code. All those orders get added up. So it's $100 over the course of the month. It doesn't have to be in one order, okay? But as I am always telling people, if you forget to put the host code in, I can't do anything about it. It's an automatic system, and it's the only way I can afford to actually give away anything, because all those orders are lumped together. It means that I can afford then to give things away. So I'm really sorry if you forget to put the host code in, but that's just the way it is. But I'll be doing something else to give away next month, so that will all be in my newsletter. And Sue's lost me. Have you got me back again? Oh, I hope I'm working. Can everyone see me and hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can see me and hear me. Hello. Hopefully you can. I will. Yep, Christine can. Awesome. Okay. If one of you can, then hopefully most of you can. Alrighty. That's it from me. So I want to see all of your finished cards. So post them in the comments. Take a picture of them and post the picture in your comments, please, so I can see them. And if you don't know how to do that, then just email me a copy, a photo, and I will put it up for you, and I'll obviously give you credit for that. But I hope you enjoyed it. Simple cards, but it's just so nice to be able to craft together and yeah, just see how everyone's going. I hope you are all keeping well and healthy and doing the right thing and staying home. And I will chat again soon. I'll have my my other card class next Monday, which is different to this one. That's the one where it's $15 for 2 cards and I post out your card kit. So I've got card kits that will be going out over the course of today and tomorrow. I need that time to make sure you've got them before the class next Monday. So if you want to join in on that, quickly send me a message so that I can get onto that Quick Smart and get your kits in the mail. Alrighty, well, thank you. I'm actually going to try and turn the camera around now. I can't do it. I couldn't do it at the start, but Let's see if I can do it now. There we go. Oh, that's my my mounting thingy. Yeah, I'm not good at having to turn the camera around at the start when it's all set up, focused on what I'm doing. So I thought I'd do this at the end instead. So it's lovely to see you all. Thank you so much for joining in. Please feel free to share this video with any of your friends or whatever you want to do. I understand you can upload them to YouTube as well. I don't know how to do that either, but I'm going to find out. So it'll be on there permanently as well. So take care, everyone. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.